Alrighty, we're gonna call Director Brian Knight to the stand.
Director Knight, come on out.
All right, so he's going to be testifying about all the subpoenas and the other bullshit and trying to tie all those things together, I think.
All right, please go ahead and swear in the witness.
Okay, raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? So help you, Han.
Absolutely.
The witness has been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counselor, the floor is yours.
Alrighty, please state your name and rank for the record.
It's going to be Director Sergeant Trooper Brian Knight.
Alrighty, and do you hold any special positions within the Unified Police Department?
Yes, Director of the MCU.
Alrighty, and what does this entail from day to day?
The fuck is it relevant?
It mostly consists of fixing things beyond my responsibilities.
Because he's their expert witness.
More specifically, what is your field of expertise?
Did you guys
in that
gamble
regard?
for this?
Major crimes.
Alrighty, Your Honor, we'd like to establish this witness as an expert
What did
witness.
you guys vote
in
on, win or lose?
investigations.
I don't know.
The title already does that for him, Counselor. Please continue.
I just want to do it formally. Thank you, Your Honor. Alrighty, we'll get to those questions in a bit. Were you on duty on the 12th of July, 2023?
I was.
Alrighty, and were you involved in the incidents of the People's N? These are the bombings of the SDSO and MRPD.
I was.
Alrighty, were you at MRPD on this day?
Yes,
Okay, were you alerted to the bomb?
I was.
And how were you alerted to this bomb?
I received a phone call from Bundy, and he was describing to me a situation transpiring over here at SDSO where a bomb was being planted. And shortly thereafter, I'd say approximately 30 seconds, I walked out of the
Isn't Brian a
conference
murderer?
room, which is adjacent to the front lobby of Mission Row PD. I walked outside and just, walking around with the phone call. And that's when I began to hear a beeping. Beeping associated with the bombs that are typically found in Los Santos.
Have you heard this sort of beeping before?
Yes.
Okay, and what
Beep.
did you do when you
Beep.
heard this noise?
Beep.
I immediately informed Bundy that there was a very likely a bomb at Mission Row PD, and I immediately began to clear the building to ensure that there would be no loss of life, loss of potential civilians, or even suspects that may be in custody.
I don't know what the outcome's going to be yet. You got to give me a little bit.
And, did you attempt to look for the bomb?
I did. I did this simultaneously to clearing for two reasons. Same objective, right? I have to look for it, and anyone that I run into, I move out. And I proceeded to clear every level.
Yeah. Did you locate this bomb?
I did.
And where was it?
It was, there's a door leading to the roof of Mission Row PD, going up a kind of like a spiral staircase. Upon exiting the door to the roof, there was a bomb placed just a little bit in front of it.
Alrighty, and did you witness the explosion?
I did.
Alrighty, and what was the damage from this explosion?
The entire building collapsed, and it resulted in Bison, late Sam Bass, and Mr. K getting injured. In the case of Sam Bass, he ultimately succumbed to his wound.
Your Honor, can we ensure that the peanut gallery isn't going to be making silly comments during this?
Bro, I wasn't whispering when I fucking
I don't know
said
if you
it.
heard that from where
You know
you're at,
what?
because it was...
I didn't hear anything from where I'm at, but I'm going to go ahead and remind you.
I didn't hear anything either.
If I catch word of any outbursts...
Your Honor, we didn't hear
minimum's
anything either. She's
$20,000.
just simply making stuff up to paint
I
the
definitely
image.
heard it, Your Honor. He said,
Once again, Your
"Woohoo!"
Honor, sorry again for Bundy's disrespect towards the courtroom.
Yeah.
I heard
it too.
Bundy
Yep, I didn't hear
even say
nothing.
anything, Ramee. Shut up. Let's keep going.
Alrighty. Alrighty, I want to move on to the People's S as in Sierra.
this is fucking
Your
porn
statement
already,
in
bro.
this
Can we just go?
states that you had a phone call with Mr. K. Is that
Wait,
correct?
left him, did you?
That definitely didn't fix it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and in this report, you state that he wanted payback. Did you ever discover who he wanted this payback for?
Yes.
And who was that?
It was payback for the death of Sam Bass.
And did you ever discover his reasoning for wanting this?
At the time, at the immediate time of the phone call, following events that transpired afterwards, it began to hone in on Mr. Ramee Al-Rahman and Miguel O'Mary.
Oh, hold on. That's fucking leading.
Okay, and did you discover
gonna
any
object, or what's
instances
going
of
on here?
attacks of revenge
He's lying anyway.
pertaining to this case?
I did.
I literally attacked him and his fucking doctor friend.
I'm gonna start objecting.
Give me about a moment to chat with my co-counsel.
Murphy, you gonna object today or next year? What's going on?
Object to what?
That's fucking a leading question.
They're hanging themselves. It's fine.
She doesn't even know what to do. Actually, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna say this out loud, and she's gonna get like flustered. Like
Yeah, keep doing that.
she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's asking Bundy for help. What kind of prosecutor is this?
No
Oh, sorry, Your
further
Honor.
offers.
My apologies, Your Honor.
She's wearing a fucking hat in court, though. That's disrespectful.
What is it, illegal to speak the truth? Like, I'm confused.
Your Honor, quick
Mr.
question, Your
K.
Honor. I believe this is a prosecutor. Is she a police officer?
This is a prosecutor, Mr. Al-Rahman.
Okay, so why is she wearing
She's showing
police,
bias towards
police
the
uniform?
SSP.
It's a, Your Honor, it's a hat honoring
Part
the
of- it's
individual
part of the
who died in this
uniform.
court case.
Part of the uniform.
Mr. Al-Rahman.
No hats in the courtroom.
The
Come on, Rahman,
charging
you watch
decisions
Suits,
on,
you know better.
impersonation to the UPD.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I
you
appreciate
so much,
your
Norm.
feedback.
Sorry about that. Once again, the disrespect is crazy.
It is, Ramee. It really is.
Yeah. I've never seen hats in a courtroom before. I'm just saying, Crane. Crane.
Like Brian doesn't have anything fucking materially relevant to say.
Well, Brian's making
They
shit
have to
up.
sub each other out. They subbed each other out.
Because Bones is always slurping the commissioner.
Yep.
All right. Since the bombing that occurred on July 12th, Director, did you conduct any interviews in relation to this matter?
I did.
Okay. Was
promoted.
Mr. Al-Rahman one of the individuals that you interviewed?
That is correct.
Do you recall the date that you interviewed him?
Not offhand.
Okay. How was the interview initiated?
Mr. Al-Rahman and myself exchanged email communication.
Okay. Did you agree to meet somewhere?
Yes. We agreed to meet over at the SDSO.
Okay. Did Mr. Al-Rahman voluntarily meet you at the SDSO?
That is correct.
Okay. Did you have lights and sirens on your car?
I had them, but they
Look at
were
that bitch car
not
mine.
on.
Okay, perfect. Did you
at his
use
dumbass.
your lethal firearm to bring him into custody?
I did not.
Did you use your less than lethal equipment to bring him into custody?
I did not.
Okay. Where did the interview take place?
It took place at the FIB building.
Okay. To your knowledge, who is
At
the
the FIB.
current proprietor of that building?
Aegis.
Aegis. Okay. Is Aegis a police organization?
It is not. It is a civilian organization.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
Murphy said I was his. What do you say?
Do
Is like
police
his,
regularly
key to this
conduct,
case?
oh
man, the
business,
pressure's
I guess
fucking
we
on,
could
dude. What
call
do I
it
have to do?
At the Aegis building?
They do not.
Okay. Were there any police officers wandering around in the halls on that
The
particular
MVP.
day?
There
I don't know
were
where he's going with this, but
To your knowledge, are there any processing facilities at the Aegis building?
Objection. What is the relevance to this line of question?
I can rebut that, Your
Want a
Honor, if you
rebuttal?
need me to.
Because if it's just in response to that motion at the beginning, like he's already going to weigh it over. I don't know why you got to have a whole line of questioning about it.
Because these are the arguments we would have made in rebuttal to the motion, but we didn't really get to that point, so we're proving the voluntariness and willingness of that interview through
I
these
can
questions.
cross-examine this easily, Murphy.
All right.
suits, baby, suits.
Final rebuttal from the defense.
No, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
Senior Ranger Bundy, you have made your point to
Yeah,
me at this point in time about these facilities.
I was
I
going to a
understand what
close
you're
on it,
getting
Your
at. No
Honor.
need to belabor it. I'll let it remain on the record, but you're at the end of the line here. Okay.
Ugly ass dog.
I'm gonna let Odessa take over the reins then.
Alrighty, I want to talk about the interview itself, Director.
Sure.
At any point, did you talk about the relationship between the two defendants?
I believe so. I'd have to.
Where's Vinny?
Reference
over there
the
still.
video.
Oh, look at little Pablo.
There was some conversation in regards to that.
Okay, and did you at any point discuss these aforementioned revenge attacks?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
and at any point did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his role in such attacks?
Oh, by the way, the judge already said he has
Yes.
the interview, which is an hour and 10 minutes long, so you're definitely not getting a verdict
And
today. I
did
think.
at any point
Wait,
did
what
he
does he
admit
have
to
to
being
do?
a victim in these attacks?
He hasn't even watched
There
like
was
the
a
interviews.
lot
The
of
judge.
things that Mr. Al-Rahman stated.
Okay, but did at any point did he admit to being a victim in these attacks?
I don't recall if he said so outrightly. That's something that would be need to be referenced in the tape.
Don't worry. Did Mr. Al-Rahman at any point admit to being at any of the 3 locations that were bombed during the incidents in question?
Okay.
guess when Ramee-
what are we doing
The
here?
leading is getting to where I gotta object. So could we tone that down, Your Honor?
Rebuttal.
I can reword if that'll appease them.
Well, I mean that question is like compound as well and leading. So just
It is inherently leading in nature. If the council is willing to reword, I will go ahead and sustain. You can re-ask the question in a non-leading fashion, Counselor.
Yep. Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the incidents he's being charged with today?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the incidents he's being charged with today?
I did, yes.
Your Honor, his objection. Never mind. Just forget it. Didn't she just ask him that?
Just something to say, Ramee?
Yeah, she rephrased.
I'm just. Didn't she just ask him that
Ramee's not
question? He
paying
said he doesn't
attention.
recall. It needs to be referenced in the tape.
I think she's rewording
No, with regards to the I don't recall, it was pertaining to the question of did any point did you admit to being a victim of those attacks? This is a new question asking if he questioned you in regards to the charges that you faced today. This is a new question.
Sounds good.
Did you question Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his whereabouts on the days of the attacks?
Hey, what's up, Daniel? I ain't seen you in a while.
I did.
Okay. At
What a damn asshole. Alright, you good now.
Don't lie to her.
Okay. Well,
What's going on?
did she freeze?
I don't have a
do you recall what the answer was to those whereabouts?
Let's see. What you got, Brian?
His story and narrative changed a couple times. I recall him stating at one point that he was he had placed himself in Sandy Shores by the SDSO, but he was inferring that he was not at the police station whatsoever. So I don't recall the
That
exact
is not what I said at
position he had
all,
placed,
actually.
but he was navigating away from the station.
Are they going to compare that to the actual interview?
Okay, and
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
in the written statement following this interview in the People's S, there is mention of Beaver Bush Ranger Station. Do you recall this?
I do, yes.
Okay, and do you recall what Mr. Al-Rahman stated regarding the ranger station?
There was discussion about a RV vehicle
RV?
that he claimed was his.
Okay, and did he at any point explain why the RV vehicle was brought up?
He tried to, but once again, he had many answers to it.
Okay,
That's
do you
fucking
recall
lying.
any of those answers?
Not offhand.
The whole case is
Uh,
a lie. The
we're-
whole
you-
case
Your
is
Honor,
based
the
off
people are happy to allow the director
thinking I was
chance to
targeting
review the
you.
evidence. 1 second, I'm having trouble hearing.
Objection, Your Honor. Each interrogation is like 2 hours long, Your Honor.
I think
Your Honor, I'm
the-
sorry, I
been,
couldn't
like,
hear the
a
defense. I
while
couldn't
to
hear
review
anything
this
for the last 30 seconds, Your Honor.
There was a general objection placed, counselor, pertaining to the length of the evidence.
Oh my god,
in
Ramee's gonna
question,
flip out during this case.
and allowing him to review the
ACDC name of the sub.
would, place an undue burden on the court as far as efficiency in proceeding this matter along.
Yeah, Your Honor, I reviewed the entire evidence today, so I mean, the
Your
time to
Honor-
do that was before now.
Yes, we've had this. This has been on the docket for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
If they're
remember
not
the
prepared
judge
for their own
should've,
case. They're trying to prosecute somebody with my
what
life
you
on the
call it.
line. Then we shouldn't have to sit here and watch and have them
Prosecutor should be ready.
hold their hands and reviewing the case and their evidence that they put through.
Sure,
Your
here's-
Honor,
Go ahead.
go ahead. I was going to say it's very set precedent that witnesses are allowed to review the evidence that they're being questioned about.
He's also a prosecutor. He's not
So
just
an
a witness.
hour and 15,
Yeah.
an hour and 15-minute video. We're gonna review that.
Okay. Is there a
To which there-
particular is there a particular portion that you would like the witness to reference so that we're not stuck here for an hour and 15 minutes?
I'm not asking him to review the tape itself. I was trying to get to that point. There is written notes that Mr. Correction Director Brian has put in to this. I'm happy to allow him to review those notes.
Are those notes entered as an article of evidence? Is that the
Yep,
People's
the
S that you
People's
referred
S.
to?
That's correct.
Okay. So I will go ahead and allow the witness to
Okay,
refer
send me
to the
the
evidence that's
updated
been
evidence.
entered
Cheat sheets,
under the People's S. Counsel,
What?
Counselor Braun
Send me
and
the
Mr.
updated
Rahman is
evidence
not
list.
reviewing an entire tape for reference. This should take just a moment.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Where's that bitch ass Bobby DOC? He's
Updated
getting
evidence
decapitated.
list, People's S
Give me
that I
1
have is
second as I
different
pull
than
this.
that.
Oh my God, fucking Rosa, message me. I can't find you and all this shit. There, I think that's the.
I've got the
newest one.
People's S open right now. Case number 87423. Is that the correct one?
No. Oh, it's the People's Team. My apologies. For some reason, it's out of order on here, Your Honor.
That's probably why.
It'd be
I was
87557.
like, this is not it.
Perfect. I got it
prepared.
ready.
All right.
Could you repeat the question for me, please?
Oh, yeah, it was regarding the RC cars. Why did Mr. L. Rahman bring these RC cars up?
Because they're fun little toys.
Also, these are Bundy's notes, not Brian's notes.
That it was a phase. Oh, I see. Oh, he picked up the RC car from the ranger station, and he stated he had heard about the bombings over at Beaverbush, and he decided to, quote unquote, troll the cops.
And how would this trolling the cops and RC cars be linked?
Come on, loosen up, Miguel.
These were
Hope Miguel's even there.
identified as driving around and making beeping sounds similar to that of the car bombs.
I'm
Sorry,
loose, bro.
the, bombs that would
Trust me.
be that were placed at the police departments.
Okay, and did Mr. L. Rahman ever indicate
ATF
that he
Dave,
had knowledge regarding the
Schmen,
bombings?
Delta Connection, ACDC, Rapid, Nessing.
Yes, I mean,
Name
in
the subs,
his
guys.
statement prior to this, he had heard about the bombings. His own words.
Okay.
Why does Kamar's head look so small in the hat, bro?
This is like pretty revelatory stuff here.
And who brought up the discussion of the incidents in question first?
It was in regards to the RC vehicles.
No, the incidents in question, the 3 bombings of the police stations.
He did.
Okay, and how did he bring this up?
Questioned on it. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
In jest. Heard about what happened to Sam Bass, PD, those sort of statements.
Okay. At any point during this questioning, did Mr. Al-Rahman contradict himself?
Objection,
His
Your Honor.
answers were very much all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, objection. To
Objection, Your Honor.
Leading.
What's the objection?
Leading.
Objection to leading and speculation. You know, any
And
number of things.
asked and answered. Oh, to be honest, too.
Yeah, that's
I can,
actually valid.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
Rebuttal on leading, just because it's got a yes or no answer doesn't mean it's leading. It's just closed. He can answer either way that he wants to. Speculation, it's not speculation. He witnessed it firsthand.
He's got one
He was
eye.
the
What does he know?
interviewer. Asked and answered. This hasn't been asked.
Yeah, I said earlier that he was contradicting himself, but that's also his opinion, not something he can speak to definitively. So it's speculation.
Okay. I'm going to address these one by one. Objection asked and answered is going to be overruled. This question itself was not directly asked. Further, there was an answer that was given to the effect of it was on the question of did he
Ramos
explain why
Spectre
it
in
was brought
action.
up. The answer was he tried to, but once again he had many different answers. I believe this question is a little bit more pointed and is speaking directly to the investigators' direct understanding of the interrogation. Objections are going to be overruled. I'll hear the answer.
I didn't know you
as
were
it
in
is
the show.
yes or no question.
You sounded like you was.
Bro, you're in the show. I see you right here.
Give me
Mr.
1 second. I'll be right
If I
back.
re-ask or director, you can answer.
Yeah, you good enough.
Call the,
Yeah, I was
question.
waiting.
Yeah,
you
at
can
any
just
point
ask the
during
question again?
Yeah, at any point during questioning, did Mr. Al-Rahman contradict himself?
Cool, bro. I'm just
Yes.
And how so?
His answers were he'd say one thing and then he'd say something else.
I've never seen Suits chat, so I'm just using the names you give me, so I don't even know. I've seen the memes though.
Okay.
see if I can find
At any point was Mr. Al-Rahman questioned if, or sorry, was any point?
Spit it out, Junior.
You stated prior that you questioned Mr. Al-Rahman regarding his involvement in the charges accused and the incidents involved in the charges accused. Did at any point did you question him regarding if he had knowledge about the suspects?
Yes, specifically
Lit?
In regards to Miguel and what was going on, transpiring between himself and Mr. K.
All right. Time to kick this into high gear.
In your the People's Tea
Where's
here,
Big D
you
when we need him,
state-
bro?
or you had written here
I know.
that I'm going to quote this. Ramee Al-Rahman states he's unsure who planted the bomb at Mission Row Police Department. Ramee Al-Rahman states he thinks C. Costello was in Mission Row Police Department as well.
Again,
Throughout
Bundy
this
wrote this, not
investigation,
Brian.
was there a link between these involvements and Mr. Costello?
There was.
And what was that link?
What the Mr. Costello was
Do some
being-
loud crunches in court.
Some eyes it targeted and sort of blamed for a series of incidents in relation to when the Mission Row PD bombing was placed. There was inferences that he was behind it.
Okay, and did you ever learn where Mr. Costello was during?
I think I have a few
those
kettle
bombings?
chips left. Actually, I had a little. Hold on.
So based on that, would it have been possible for Mr. Costello to plant the bomb?
Impossible.
Give me a moment before we ask the expert questions. I just want to ask Bundy here if he's got anything else.
Sure.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff so far.
I'm gonna be honest though. Just because I brought up Carmine.
I'm just gonna kind of simplify a lot of these.
No, it doesn't
What
mean
was
anything.
a recording done of the interrogation of Ramee Raman?
Yes.
Who was responsible for the chain of custody on that? As in, who pressed play on the recorder?
I did.
Okay. Can you confirm that the copy
find,
submitted
like,
into evidence is identical to everything that transpired that hasn't been doctored?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We're gonna double stack.
Same questions, but for the Miguel Almirian interview. Who was responsible for the recording of the Miguel interview?
I know you hear this, Bundy. I know you hear this.
Okay. Can you confirm that the copy on the transcript is the same as the one you originally recorded?
That is correct.
I know you can hear me, Bundy.
Hasn't been doctored or anything along those lines, has it, Director?
It has not.
Okay. All right. You know, I wasn't going to ask these questions, but you know what? No, I'm still going to save it for closing. I'll defer to Odessa.
Okay.
I ain't gonna see me for a while. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Whoever's got the straw.
I just got hit by something!
Somebody
Clowns
just threw
in
a
the,
shoe.
Upstairs area. That's 2 clowns. Both of them get contempt. One of them is Chatterbox. I didn't see the other.
Woo! 200 months, baby.
Oh my God! The
200
judge
that's
just
200
got
months
whacked
for
with
you
a shoe.
too, Bon, I saw you that time.
This is intimidation.
Oh, here we go. This one has a bubble.
Are you okay, Your Honor?
I'll be okay.
Your Honor, I have reason to believe this was a stage attack on behalf of Bundy.
Oh no, the clowns hate me.
I have reason to believe that the clowns are just being dumbasses, as it were, and yucking around. That said, they'll pay the price for doing so.
Is my crunching loud, bro?
Counselor, please continue.
Yeah, louder than
Alrighty,
mine.
I want to move
I
on
got
to some
kettle
expert
cooked, bro.
questions here. You have established
Next time she talks,
you as an expert in
Do it to her.
investigations. Did you pull cell phone records for Mr. O'Rahman?
I did.
Okay. Did you pull cell phone records?
Hold on, guys, wait. Mr. K, is that you having a snack over there?
Oh, no, not me, sir.
Yeah, I heard him.
My client had a frog in his throat. He was just
Okay. Please
struggling
keep it
to
down.
breathe for a
The
second.
microphones are on, so please keep it down.
Oh, no, I'm chipabetic. I don't eat chips.
I'm gonna try to get close to her.
All right. Well, either way, whoever is, just keep it down. We don't want to hear you eat. Please continue.
So did you pull cell phone records for Mr. O'Rahman?
I did.
Okay. Did you pull cell phone records for Mr. Almirian?
I did.
Alrighty. And what sort of information do you garner from these types of records?
Bro, are you sucking a dick?
Text records, call records, duration,
I think he's
GPS
fucking
location.
that bag of chips.
Okay, and with these GPS locations,
Guys, I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm eating fucking
Your Honor?
kettle cooked chips, man.
Whoa, is she okay, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
I don't know what's going on.
see, I'm just worried about the health of the defendant over here. He seems like he's having some sort of stroke with the noises he's making.
I'm chill, Your Honor. I don't know what's going
I
on.
didn't hear
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
Yeah, I don't know
Rami,
what you're
keep
talking
it
about.
down, please.
I'm not doing
I don't know what
anything.
you're talking about.
I understand, but if you need to speak to your counselor or something, step to the side.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Rosa.
Alrighty. How accurate is the GPS locations for these records?
It's able to narrow down to like roughly a quarter of a typical Los Santos block.
Okay.
A third
And-
to a quarter. Yeah.
Alrighty. And at any point, did you run these GPS locations for the times of the bombing?
I did.
Okay. And we'll start with Mr. Al-Rahman. Did Mr. Al-Rahman, any of his GPS locations come back to near the locations of the bombing?
Yes.
This ain't looking good, bro. Start doing the mental tactics. Fire away.
Alrighty. And did any of them come back for Mr. Al-Rahman? Or correction, Mr. Al-Mirian?
Yes.
I love you too.
Alrighty then. Bundy, I'm good on questions if you've got anything else.
Nope, no further questions.
Okay. We'll open the floor to cross-examination. Counselor Braun.
All right.
I'll go after. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Yeah. You go for it.
Come on, it's so hard.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jessica.
My co-counsel
confer-
has some questions.
All right, cross-examination.
While
Here
they
we go.
confer,
Can I get a quick reminder on what the time and fine is for contempt tonight, Your Honor?
Yeah,
200
months.
$20,000.
Yep.
Okay, I'm putting
Don't
together a
forget that,
report.
Rami.
I've got Bonbon and Chatterbox on there.
Okay.
already.
What did you say,
Fantastic.
Axel? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Shit, fucking FBI cop. Sorry.
Rami,
Your Honor,
All
could
right.
you
Focus
contempt
on
the
the
court for that? That was very rude.
Listen, if I
Focus
die
on the
tonight,
questions,
I'm
Rami.
dying tonight. You know what I mean? All right. So, Mr. Knight.
How you doing, Mr. Al-Rahman?
How you doing today, Director? You're
Looking
doing
good.
good. Now,
Is
Your
it a new
Honor.
season?
Yeah. On 8. I'm on 8 now. Now,
Oh,
Your
wow.
Honor. Just because I'm only bringing this up because you said it's gonna remain on the record. This is in questioning to Bundy's questioning of the interrogation. Okay, for the video.
I understand. I can put it together, sir.
Now, you said that we met up, Brian, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that we went to the FIB building together, right?
Correct.
How did I get down to the FIB building?
In a vehicle?
Okay. Why don't you describe to me the process? We met up. Describe to me the process when we met at SDSO to when we got to the FIB.
You arrived. We got in a vehicle. And we went to the FIB building.
Okay. Now, Your Honor, I'd like to. I'll leave. I'll say it in my. Okay. And was I wearing anything on my head when I got to the FIB building? Did I know that we were going to the FIB building?
See if that got anyone.
The location you did not know.
Why is that?
I don't think you've been there.
We're
Okay.
going for
Was
perjury
I
after
cuffed
this.
up when we met
He's
when we
lying.
went to the FIB building?
Sorry, I'm hearing a knocking sound. Could you say again?
Was I
Yeah, where's
detained or?
I think it's from the. Wait,
Go
what?
ahead. Mr. Al-Rahman.
Was I detained or cuffed when we
gotta save the
we were
USB
going
thing.
to the FIB building?
You were placed in cuffs.
Why is that?
Everyone's dog's going crazy right now.
Oh, they were really trying
To make it
they
look
tried to
There's
avoid
the-
that.
That's the stinger for Miranda
It was
right
part
there,
of
is he
the,
had no freedom to leave.
You know, the
Even if he
suits
went
and
voluntarily, the second
Brian
he was
Knight
placed
thing.
in
We're trying to
cuffs,
make it dope.
Miranda had to
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
kick
Yeah.
him.
so you're saying that it's really cool that you met up with somebody and you handcuffed them and took them to a facility, correct?
But you wanted to go down to the
Oh my god, it's loud.
the clothing store too.
Okay, so you wanted to dress me up before you fucked me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you asked me. You said, "Yeah, let's go down to the clothing store." I'm like, "All right."
Huh? Now, was I able to see us going to the FIB building?
That's a question for you.
Your Honor, he's answering. It's a yes or no question,
actually,
Brennan.
No, you. I don't believe you could. That is
Why is
correct.
that?
We had a big spit guard that was that we utilized.
Why don't you describe to me this spit guard?
It is a
Spit guard, oh my God.
it's a vinyl cloth
Yeah, and they let
that,
fucking serial killers that
covers
eat
spit
people
from exiting
walk without one.
Mr. Al-Rahman's mouth.
Stop talking about it, Robbie. It's scary.
And do you know?
We gotta let them let their guards
Do
down.
you,
We'll hit
do you
'em.
normally do this to all your people that you're interrogating?
The ones I like.
Okay. Now, let's fast forward throughout this cross-examination to you saying that I had knowledge of the bombing. Okay. Now, that you stated that correctly in your questioning again with Odessa, correct? Just now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if a building gets blown up in the city, one would likely hear about it, correct?
I'd have to speculate. It's
objection, speculation.
There you go, Your Honor. The witness should not be helping the prosecution of them doing a poor job on the objections, Your Honor.
You want me to give more, Ramee? All right.
Yeah,
noted.
do it. Do it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Your
want that.
Honor, you know that thing you told me I'm
Put
not
the
allowed to
headband
do
on,
anymore?
Bundy.
Am I good to do it, Your Honor?
Look,
the
Ramee's
fucking headband
asking
on.
for it at this point.
All right.
you know,
All right. All right. I just didn't want to get in trouble with the judiciary.
Control
Happy to,
Z,
Your Honor.
Control Z, take
I'm
it
not
back.
sitting here off.
Okay, we have Murphy on. All right. You know what, Your Honor?
That objection sustained, by the way. You're asking if somebody would likely hear about something. It's not a definitive fact. Someone can answer.
Of course. Your Honor, I'm gonna retract my line of questioning here, and I'm gonna let Murphy run.
All right.
I feel blue-balled, Your Honor, so I'm going to carry my objectioning over to Murphy.
Okay.
Within
You just
reason,
killed
Counselor.
that.
Or
No, I didn't.
Because
The fuck?
no, you did. They're trying to say that you
Sure.
didn't
Whatever.
need Miranda rights because you weren't
so
detained,
Brian Knight,
but
you're
you just
the
got him to admit that
investigative
you were in
expert
cuffs.
witness. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
true.
it's all thrown out now.
Yeah.
Okay. So how substantial was your role in this investigation?
I played a part.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, you had mentioned Carmine Costello and, of course, the defendants. Had there been any other potential suspects in this investigation before settling on the accused?
Yes.
Who would they have been? Just for the record.
Well, at the start of the investigation, it could have been anybody.
Okay, we're going a little too deep with that question, Director Knight. I just need to know who the persons of interest were before they were whittled down to the accused. Somewhere between everyone and just them, you know.
Well, I mean, there was. Oh, I mean, I can't give you a precise number.
Your Honor, given the stammering of the witness, I'm going to object on the grounds of vague and confusing and ask that we kind of narrow that one down a little bit, maybe.
I'm going to object to non-responsive witness. He knows what I'm asking, and he's dragging his feet.
Okay. Director Knight, I'll ask you directly here from the bench.
Thank you very much.
Were there any specific persons of interest that you outlined during the course of your investigation?
We were looking at Costello. We were looking at members of Changaloa. We considered individuals from Sanguine, individuals from Gulag Gang. It's a very wide list of suspects, which were whittled down as further evidence came in.
Okay. And what evidence in particular led you to believe that the accused were guilty of these crimes?
Your Honor, we're going to object to scope, considering there was the original question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just uttering some laughter.
Okay.
May I finish my original objection, or
trying to contain it?
What's the objection? And Murphy, please contain it.
We're going to go with scope, considering there was a question about Carmine, and yes, I understand that the defense opened up the scope here with questioning regarding the accused. However, at this point, it's gone much further than Carmine Costello and who else was accused. To opening up, asking questions regarding every single suspect involving in a murder investigation.
I believe the inherent question here, however, Counselor, is asking what evidence led you to believe that the two individuals in this courtroom were guilty.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the question itself is being asked about other individuals that may have just been named. I'll hear the answer to this question pertaining to the
That's
two
the
that are
last
sitting
question I
before me
have
this
in that
courtroom.
line anyway, Your Honor.
Objection's going to be overruled, Counselor.
Actually, I will object to best evidence rule then. If Brian's already admitted that he was not, the lead. He said he had a part in it. There's gonna be better evidence that the defense can question and cross-examine.
I'll hear a rebuttal.
I guess we're just doing objections now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Your Honor, this is a case about two people being accused of murder. I'm asking what piece of evidence most
You gonna let him
made
do that
him
shit, Ramee?
feel they were guilty, and he's an expert witness on investigations. He's
Just wait.
involved in this investigation, and they opened the scope wide open for this already. So,
I'm gonna allow the
Your Honor,
witness to speak. I'm gonna allow the
Okay.
witness to speak to his knowledge here, counselor. He was established as an expert witness in investigations, and he has indicated through questioning that he played a part in the investigation. If he has a direct answer to what evidence in particular led him to believe that the accused were guilty, he can give that answer. If he's not certain, he can answer as such.
thank you, Your Honor.
There are probably, if offhand, maybe 8 pieces of evidence, 12 perhaps, that filtered out possibilities. But the most damning were the direction of Mr. K's statement seeking
What?
revenge, his
never even gave a
intimacy
statement.
that he of knowledge surrounding it.
I think it was when you were going crazy.
Locations.
Well, I was going
that,
crazy trying to kill
Mr.
Brian, saying he did
Miguel
it.
Amarian and Ramen Al Ramen happened to be by probabilistically the brazen acts that they just continued to
I
do.
mean, if you guys call me up there and question me, just ask me
evidence,
who did I
throughout the
target.
city over the
It'll be a
course of
long list.
What was not even 48 hours.
Okay, and just to back up,
and one last thing.
hang on.
Sorry. I was still
Director Knight.
answering.
Well, you did kind of end.
Oh.
Murphy should ask me if I ever gave a
Go ahead. Go ahead.
like a
Oh, yeah.
legitimate statement.
And a reference in regards to.
I'm not sure why Murphy
a
didn't put witnesses down on the
anonymous
docket.
911 call that was placed, in which during interview, he knew intimate knowledge
I
about.
never even
said
really targeted
911.
you, did I?
No.
So yeah, he knew the context of it.
Point of clarification for the court's purposes here.
I did the
Director
mine
Knight,
thing, but I don't think anybody even knows about that.
The question was
An
pertaining to the
interrogation that's
accu-
gonna
being
get thrown
believing that
out,
the
so he
accused were
should
guilty.
not
When you say
use
he,
that.
who are you referring to specifically?
Sorry,
Well,
Ramee
listen.
Al Ramen.
I tried to kill Brian and the therapist that he brought to me to
And,
talk to me about the bad
All right,
shit.
Director Knight.
And I
Let's
said they did it.
backtrack a little bit. You mentioned something about a statement from Mr.
So that's
K.
the main thing?
In the
Oh, bro,
statement of claim,
we
it
might have
states
this.
that the defendant, Mr. Al Rahman, made a statement about Mr. K. Which is more accurate? Because I'm confused by that.
You
Did
should
Ramee
question
make
him
the
too.
statement, or did
you
Mr.
already
K
did?
make the statement
No, he just did it.
They
about
both-
revenge?
Mr. K made.
I don't
the
know anything
statements
about
in
that shit.
regards to revenge.
What statement? What the hell is he
Okay,
talking about?
because it does say in the statement of claim that Mr. Ramee made that comment about Mr. K. If you read it,
Yeah, I never gave
closely,
any
so,
statement about you.
thanks for
which one?
clearing that up. The statement of claim, where it states that Mr. K left intensive care and whatnot, says that the defendant made a statement about Mr. K seeking revenge.
He may as well have as well.
So I didn't.
Okay. Okay, so both are true.
No, he said may as well, which means I didn't.
Yeah, may means that he may. Mr. Al Rahman may have as well. But when I made
right.
my
What?
reference just now, it was in regards.
If you
to
don't know,
Mr.
that's fine. If
Your
you
Honor,
don't
could
know,
you not
that's
hear my
fine. I just-
objection before the question was answered?
No, I couldn't, counselor.
Alrighty, well, it's been answered. So
All right. But yeah, that's if you don't know, that's fine. I'll leave it at that. I don't have any further questions. Co-counsel.
Murph,
do you have
what
anything?
statement? I never gave a statement to Brian.
Murphy, how
I
do
never
Ramee, do you
gave
have anything
I never
further?
gave a statement saying.
Yeah, he
Now
just
that-
said that you gave a statement.
No,
That
Your Honor.
You should ask him
So
what
now
statement.
that
What is
he's
he talking about?
admitted that
Pass for
Ramee was in
redirect.
cuffs, how do you feel
there
about
is no
trying to
statement
call
of
it?
yours about
none, Your
that
Honor.
in evidence
Go ahead,
whatsoever.
witness.
That's what I'm saying.
Director Knight, you can go ahead and step down at this time.
Awesome.
Just
Thank
gonna
you
say
very much.
call a
Will you be marking
sidebar
the witness
and,
for recall?
and all questions about that interrogation
Yes.
now that we've proven it was illegal.
You are marking him
Because
for
they're gonna
recall.
continue to ask about it to build a
Director,
scene.
you must remain.
All right, thank you.
I don't want to belabor the point. We already will bring it up at the end again, so the judge
Prosecution, your
remembers.
next witness, please.
But bringing it up over and over again.
we're
is
gonna
not
call Corrections Officer Carmine Costello.